Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I have to first apologize. I didn't upload a video on Thursday. I ended up doing an 8-hour color correction on my cousin. I should have filmed it, but to be honest, when I was going into it, I was a little bit scared because actually it would have been a really good color correction because basically let me just insert this really quick because she's a natural blonde, and so her hair is really fine, right? And she's been dyeing her hair permanent black for like 2 years. And I do not like her hair black, and I made that very clear to her from the beginning. Sorry, girl. And so finally, she's like, okay, I'm sick of dyeing my roots. Like, I want to go back to blonde. So I'm like, yes! And you know, stylists, how exciting it is when you get to do. Sometimes color corrections they're a little bit scary, but then sometimes it challenges you to just like think. So she came in for a color correction. I thought it would maybe take me like 4 hours. Girl, I was there for 8 hours doing her hair, and I'm very proud of the results. I didn't record a video, but I put like some Snapchat stuff in here. Or not Snapchat. We don't use Snapchat anymore. We use Instagram story. So I'll probably insert it, you know, somewhere in this video. But yes, it was a crazy color correction. And so anyway, in that show, that's why I didn't have time to upload Thursday. But here I am today, Saturday. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I hope everybody, if you celebrate St. Patrick's Day, AKA if you like are gonna wear green or go drink green beer or make arts and crafts at school if you're a little kid watching this, which I doubt. But yeah, happy St. Patrick's Day. I have my green eyeshadow on because I have a cute green shirt. So anyway, you guys, long intro, but we're gonna talk about keratin treatments today, okay? I get asked all the time, what is a keratin treatment? Should I get a keratin treatment or a relaxer? Would you suggest this, and that? So this is going to be a very informative video, but I'm also gonna give you guys my personal opinions as a stylist about keratin treatments and all that kind of stuff. So if you're not subscribed to my channel, please take a moment to subscribe. I upload new videos every single week, and we're having important conversations about hair. So join us, okay? You can sit with us. So yeah, subscribe. Anyway, let's get into the video. First thing that you might ask yourself is, what the heck is a keratin treatment, okay? So a keratin treatment is a chemical service that you can go get at a salon. Keratin solution is only available to licensed professionals. There are maybe some store-bought ones. I think I bought one like years and years ago at Ulta, but it didn't really do anything for my hair. So I think that the ones available to the general public are just very diluted, and I don't think it's worth it. Just don't even waste your money, okay? Just, if you want a keratin treatment, a good one, just save up your money and go to a hairstylist. But in a nutshell, yes, it is a service that you can go into a licensed professional to receive. Keratin, I have my handy dandy notebook here so I can remember what the heck I'm gonna say. But yeah, keratin treatment it consists of keratin, which is naturally found in your hair. It's a protein naturally found in your hair. And then the treatment is keratin mixed with a bunch of other chemicals, which we are going to get into. Now, the benefits of a keratin treatment. Oh, also I wanted to mention that you may have heard Brazilian Blowout, Keratin Complex. These are all just brands, okay? And I think that Brazilian Blowout to keratin treatments is equivalent to Clorox for bleach. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just one of those brand names that are synonymous with just the generic product, you know? So a lot of people, if they make an appointment, they're like, oh, do you do Brazilian Blowout? And sometimes salons do keratin treatments, but they just use a different brand because it's just their preference. And just to interject my whole entire video, I've used so many brands. I've used Brazilian Blowout, Keratin Complex, GK, Lacio, probably some other ones. But yeah, I've used them all for the most part. And I say some of them work differently than others. It also depends on the strength of the solution. Some, you know, different brands have solutions for fine hair versus coarse hair, and you know, all that kind of stuff. And I would say they're generally, like, most of them are the same, to be honest with you. And what I notice is the difference in processes. Like, with some brands, you can wash your hair immediately when you go home. With some brands, you have to wait 72 hours. So it just depends on the brand. Also, I noticed that Brazilian blowout, it's just my personal experience, I feel like Brazilian blowout straightens the hair more so than others. And maybe I'm wrong. If you're a stylist, leave me a comment down below. But yes, that's what a keratin treatment is, okay? Now, the process of getting a keratin treatment. So, you know, what to expect during your appointment, okay? So you go in and they're gonna shampoo your hair to clarify your hair, and then they're going to apply the keratin solution to the hair, just like you would apply hair color, kind of with the brush and a bowl. Apply it to the hair, you blow dry it into the hair, and then you flatten it into the hair. And from there, it just depends on the brand, and every stylist should follow, obviously, the manufacturer's directions. But you can either go home and wash your hair that day if you want to. You can wash your hair immediately, or you have to wait up to 72 hours or something like that, like I said earlier. And then you shouldn't like tie your hair tight and like clip your hair and do all kinds of stuff like that. So don't get your hair wet just depends on the brand, okay? So, is a keratin treatment permanent? No, a keratin treatment is not permanent. So basically with the solution, when you apply it to the hair strand, right, it coats the hair strand, okay? And in a way, it makes it stronger and more resilient. So if you find that either if you use heat on your hair, or your hair is just more fragile because it's curly, or you color your hair, things like that, you may find that a keratin treatment is beneficial because it's coating the hair, strengthening it, and therefore you have less breakage and all of that kind of stuff. So no, it's not permanent. It lasts about 2 to 6 months, again, depending on the brand and depending on how you take care of it.
If you receive a keratin treatment at the salon, you want to wash your hair at home with sulfate-free shampoo to maximize the results of your keratin treatment, okay? So if you use just any old shampoo that has all these sulfates in it, is going to strip the keratin treatment from your hair, and thus it's not going to last as long. And then also you want to preferably use the one that is the same brand as your keratin solution. However, that's not as important as just using any sulfate-free shampoo and conditioner at home, again, to maximize the results of your keratin treatment so it does not strip as quickly.
No, it is not permanent, okay? So it'll wash out over time. And I think that that's a beautiful thing, because then you don't have the commitment as, say, a relaxer or a perm or Japanese straightener. Well, I always want to say, you know, whatever you want to do with your hair, if you want to relax your hair, go for it. If you want to Japanese straighten your hair, go for it. Is your hair, is just hair. It's so important, but at the same time, do what you want to do with your hair, okay? So these are just all my opinions on my video on my channel. Benefits of a keratin treatment. So like I said, it does coat the hair so it can keep the hair stronger, longer, you know, so it'll give you the ability to grow your hair longer. And then also because it coats your hair, it smooths your hair, okay? If you have frizz, anything like that, like for me, even if you're a natural girl, you love wearing your hair naturally curly, but you just don't want that extra frizz, you can get a keratin treatment, okay? And your stylist will gauge what kind of formula to use based on, do you want to loosen up your curl a little bit? Do you not? Do you just want to eliminate frizz? You know, there's different kinds of things for different desired results, right? I get a keratin treatment about every 6 months. Right now I'm due for one, so I know I need a keratin treatment when I wash my hair and then it's like, okay, can't run a comb through it anymore. You know, with the keratin treatment, it just makes your hair more manageable. So if you have more unruly hair, if you want your life to be easier, okay, and you're thinking of trying it, I suggest it. Try it out, get it once. If you hate it, then don't do it again. It's not that big of a deal. And yeah, I just feel like it makes my life easier, especially because I live on the coast near the ocean. the like air in the morning is just so, I mean, I love it, don't get me wrong, but it's so misty, you know, so I instantly walk outside and then my hair just, you know, just super frizzy, whatever, and you know, it's not cool. And like I said, depending on the strength of the treatment, it can loosen your curl a little bit. But it all depends on the strength of the formula that you're using, your desired results and all that, which your stylist should go through all that when they consult with you before your appointment. Another common question when it comes to keratin treatments is it safe? You know, there's just so much information out there. Sometimes it's information overload and you don't know what to think or what to believe, right? So the thing that makes people question whether or not a keratin treatment is safe is because it has formaldehyde in it. Some keratin treatments don't have formaldehyde in it, but I think that sometimes it's just a very, very small trace of formaldehyde, but it's just not gonna work if it doesn't have formaldehyde in it, okay? And so is it safe? The thing is, for the client, if you're not getting more than 3 keratin treatments a year, you're fine, you're good, whatever, okay? For the stylist, I suggest wearing a mask when you apply keratin treatments, or maybe don't do them as frequently. Or if you have an outdoor area at your salon, do it outdoors so that way, you know, if you're doing 1 million keratin treatments in a week, you don't want to have respiratory issues when you're old because you wanted to make that quaint, okay? It's not worth it, okay? So you just kind of have to gauge what's right for you, and as a stylist, protect yourself, okay? Always. Even mixing color, all the chemicals that we work with, you really have to take care of yourself as a stylist, but that's another video for another time. Anyway, so yeah, if I would have suggested, if you're one of those people who you're like, oh, I use like chemical-free nail polish, and I use, you know, sometimes I've had clients like that, or I've worked with clients like that, and if you're one of those clients, don't get a keratin treatment. Just don't even do it. Don't do it. Or else maybe let that be your one chemical thing that you do. But I mean, everything that we do, if we use permanent dye, it's a chemical. If we use bleach, if you smoke a cigarette, if you smoke marijuana, well, maybe not marijuana, I don't freaking know, but you get the picture, okay? If you have a martini after work, okay, during happy hour, that is not good for your body. So you kind of just have to gauge what's right for you, but it's not that bad. It's only bad, or it can cause respiratory issues if you are continuously exposed to it on a regular basis. But as a client, you really don't have much to worry about. If I get a keratin treatment, will my curl come back? Yes. There are very few, again, sometimes there's information out there about, oh, keratin treatment ruined my hair. It's not the keratin treatment, it's the person behind the flat iron, or, you know, maybe they just use a flat iron that was just way too high for your hair type. You know, and that's why you have to go to a trusted stylist. You really do. You have to go to somebody who knows what they're doing, basically. And yeah, so anyway, your curl will come back. It might be a little bit looser depending on what kind of solution you use, but it's not going to be straight, permanent straight, as if you were getting a Japanese straightener or a relaxer, something like that, okay? Last question that I thought of. How much does a keratin treatment cost? Just like all salon services, keratin treatments vary by city, you know? It's gonna be more expensive if you get your hair done in Beverly Hills versus if you get your hair done in like Wichita, Kansas. I don't freaking know, okay? Is Wichita even in Kansas? I don't even know. I think that was the first time I ever said Wichita in my freaking entire life. That is another factor. Some salons charge you depending on if you have short, medium, or long hair, which makes sense because I could do a keratin treatment on somebody who has hair down to their butt, and then I use half of the keratin solution bottle versus somebody who has hair this long and it's just like a couple pumps. You know what I'm saying? So it depends, but usually it's about, I feel like generally it starts at about $150 to $350. That's like the common price range that I see in my area in LA. So it is kind of pricey, but then if you think about it, if you're only getting a keratin treatment once every 4 to 6 months, then it's actually not that bad, in my opinion. especially if it saves you time. My thing is, like, if something will save me time, I feel like that's a great investment, because time is money and time is priceless and time is fleeting, right? And the reason also why it's so pricey too is not just the length of time that it lasts you, but also because the actual keratin solution, a bottle of that stuff, is expensive for us, okay? So we need to make our money. So just like Olaplex, adding on Olaplex, it costs more money because a bottle of Olaplex, I forgot how much it is because it's been a while since I bought some, but a bottle of Olaplex is like $200 or something like that. It's not cheap stuff. Well, that is it for my little keratin treatment video. Hope this wasn't too crazy and all over the place. This is actually my second time recording this video right now, because I would think of something and then I would think of something else and then I would think of something, and I'm just like, you know what, calm down, Brittney. Just redo the video because you're confusing yourself, you know? So I think I hit most of the frequently asked questions. If you have any more questions, then please leave it in a comment down below so that way I can answer it. And let me know what you guys would like me to film next. I know a lot of you wanted me to film a bangs video, all about bangs and how to choose your bangs for your face, and I think that that is a great idea. So I'm gonna try to film that this coming week. And yeah, that's it for this video. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please take a moment to subscribe. Also follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram, and not Snapchat. We don't like Snapchat anymore, okay? We don't, Bye Snapchat, you're so 2017, okay? Anyway, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the comments down below. Bye.